Buffs, Buff Nation, it's that time. It's the start of conference play this weekend. We in H-Town. We're going to make sure we make this thing go down. And let me tell you something. You don't have to be great to start. You got to start to be great. So this weekend, this is what we're about to do. I want to let you know it's only two types of people in this world. There are doers and there are sayers. People that do, never say. And people that say, never do. I don't care what you do. We hear all the fluff around us. Everybody talking. Some people talking down. Let them talk. At the end of the day, let your actions speak. You got it up in you. I don't care if you're listening to this as a player, as a teammate, as a team, or if you're listening to somebody who just supports Buff Nation, because you are doing your thing too, and whatever it is you do. But right now, you need to lock in. I got to give you something. Two concrete things in this world. It's right now and death. Right now and death. So right now is all you got. How great are you going to be right now? Because death is coming. I don't care what you do. Make sure you lock in. Continue to support DNVR, the pregame show. Shout out to Uncle Neely. Shout out to RK. Shout out to Jake, Scotty, all the people that support Buff Nation. Right now is your time. So let's be great. Again, my name is the King Motivator. That's my time. Now is your time. Go be great.
Buff Nation!
Let's go!
Squad! Yes, sir. We are in H-Town, baby. Live from Houston. DNVR pregame show. Friday. Shout out to the King Motivator.
Yes, sir.
For getting us locked in, ready to go.
Houston's own.
Yes.
Had to get a little Houston flavor into the pregame show today.
I'm fired the hell up, man.
Yeah, man. He cooked on that.
He really did, man. There's
Shout
two
out to-
types of people in this world, man. Either you doing or you saying.
I quite literally get paid to just say things.
Yes, Sirski. Shout out to our guy.
We are presented by the folks over at Coors Light and Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Use the promo code BUFFS, BUFFS. You'll get $20 off your next purchase, and then get Coors Light wherever you get beer. But go to CoorsLight.com/DNVR. You can get it delivered straight to your door. How are we doing, gentlemen?
We are great. You have never been so far inside the team hotel. You're quite literally in a room right now.
Yes.
Coming to you live from Houston, man. It's we've been out here for
Over
right around 24 hours
yeah.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Had a couple meals. I'm loving it out here. I'm not gonna lie. Was a steamer out there today as we're walking around the University of Houston campus.
How do people live out here?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't.
I fuck with Houston.
So do I, man.
I mean, like I said, we're 24 hours in, or like you said, we're 24 hours in, and I've had great experiences so far. People have been great. Food's been great. Shout out to Trill Burgers.
Oh, yeah. That
Truth
was so
Barbecue. Fire. Unfortunately, we're missing Unk right now.
Yeah.
Of course. Didn't really work out with the travel schedule today for him to be on, so we're bummed about that.
Team still hasn't made it to the team hotel yet.
We're hoping that he can maybe hop on at some point remotely on their way over here. So we're hoping to have Unk in a little while. But I'm enjoying this place, man. I like Houston so far, and I think we're going to have a night tonight.
We
Totally.
sure are, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We got a game, though, and we're going to preview that game right now. Obviously, Colorado kind of going in. Has this line moved even more?
I think in Colorado's direction. I checked before the show at our friends over at Bet365, and I think it was at 4.
I'll check it right now. But, it doesn't feel like the Buffs are getting a lot of love going into this one. We'll talk Ryan Staub, the offense, the defense, of course. Can they finally stop the quarterback room? Picks for prime players. We'll get to all that. We still don't have a formal quarterback announcement, but all signs seem to be pointing towards Ryan Staub being the guy.
Yes, that is our opinion.
That is
on the matter.
Yes,
that is our opinion on the matter. I think you're going to see Ryan Staub out there tomorrow, and again, it's a decision that makes sense from the film.
Exactly.
And we've talked a lot about this week, but when you go back and you watch the way that Ryan Staub played, finishing his, he started off a little rocky, and then finished his time out there 7 of 8, almost 150 yards, or was it 150 yards? 153?
it was around
157.
157.
Yep.
And led the team on some really important scoring drives. So, if you were going to give him a chance to see what he could do, and that's what he did,
yep,
you got to see more of it.
Totally. And then, going back to what we talked about earlier in the week about how when he was given that opportunity against Utah 2 years ago, how he, made a point to talk to Pat Shurmur and Sean Lewison about what he likes. I think we're going to see a lot more of what we've been looking for from this offense, an identity this weekend. I think that Staub's going to give him that. I think you're finally going to see these receivers really taking advantage of their talents and the matchup advantages they have against the Cougars secondary.
No doubt. And I feel like that's the only reason Colorado is underdog in this matchup is because the odds makers, Vegas, they just don't know what to make.
+4, by the way.
Yeah, I feel like they just don't know what to make of Ryan Staub in this quarterback situation. But I feel like I know what to make of Ryan Staub based on what I see. Back in 2023 against Utah as a true freshman on the road against a really good defense and a really good team that year. They were without Cam Rising in that game, but the rest of that team was intact, and that was a solid football team. And then obviously Saturday, we've talked about it a lot, but to come in that situation, 45 seconds left in the half or whatever it was, or led that drive 75 plays or 75 yards in 45 seconds. To come in that situation, and aside from the 2 first incompletions, to settle in right after that and be absolutely dialed in. That's just, I just feel really confident in the preparation that I know Ryan Staub puts in. I've talked about the relationship, the rapport between the offensive coordinator, Pat Shurmur, and Ryan Staub that I think is really at an all-time high. And their comfortability with each other, I think, is a big reason why we saw this offense kind of look different and look explosive and look how we all think it should look. Getting the receivers involved, getting the vertical passing game involved, because you really have a running game. And I feel like that's a storyline that's flying under the radar. We talked about that ad nauseum this offseason about they have to find a run game. Through 2 games, this football team has a run game. The 3 running backs are averaging 5.5 yards a carry.
And you get another one back
and
this
you
weekend.
get Dallin Hayden probably back this weekend or on Friday. He is not officially active, but I think he's listed as probable on the latest Big 12 injury report.
Yes,
so
he is.
Expect to have him back in the mix. And I think this is where we're going to really start to see this team settle on an identity and build on it. And it's a good time with obviously Big 12 play here, Wyoming next week, and then BYU right after that. And it's all full go at that point.
I'm so excited for this game, man. I think there is a really big opportunity out there tomorrow. And it reminds me a lot of UCF last year.
Yeah.
Colorado goes on the road for their first conference game, or first road conference game, just like last year.
Yep.
They are being undervalued across the country. This year, not nearly as bad as last year, but they're not playing a team that's, viewed as highly as UCF was.
Yeah.
But underdogs on the road, where there's a lot of uncertainty about what this team really is, just like there was at this point last year.
No doubt.
And they have such an opportunity to go out there and make a statement against a team that I don't know how to package it nicely. They're not very good.
Yep.
I really do not think Houston is very good. Now, their defense is very stout. Their offense is not. And so, with the playmakers that Colorado has on offense, I really believe they should be able to get on the board enough times to score enough points to outscore an offense that I believe is, in the words of a great philosopher, very mid at best. And I love that. I just love the opportunity here to go out here and win as underdogs on the road and kind of put a spark plug into this season, really jumpstart this season and let this team start to settle into who they are.
something we haven't talked about this week. This is the first road trip. I mean, this team, Coach Prime has talked about how they embrace the noise, kind of embrace the hate on the road, and they're going to finally get their first taste of that. Obviously, it's going to be different without Shedeur and Travis and, what they bring when it comes to all that. But this is where this team really flourishes. It's where they flourished the last year for sure, right? On the road.
Definitely.
Making plays, just kind of, they were underdogs in a lot of games like that. So, I think this is all just kind of lining up to be formally Colorado's arrival for the 2025 season. The Buffs are here this weekend on Friday.
No doubt. And we talked about it a little bit before the show. Undefeated in Texas for the Colorado football team in the Coach Prime era. Only limited opportunities, but both of those have been pretty exciting games and great finishes.
Big games too.
Big games.
Yeah.
Big games. And we talked about it a little bit last week, but this is another game situation where you want to see this team start fast. That's something that Houston hasn't done through 2 weeks, right? They were only up, 7-0 against Stephen F. Austin in week 1 after one quarter. They should have been down 3-0 at halftime last week against Rice if Connors didn't break that, 54-yard touchdown.
Yeah, and they were. It looked to me like they were trying to run out the clock.
It was like 40 seconds left in the half at that point. They were probably just trying to get to halftime without giving the ball up. And that's another thing, too. You got to take care of the football. Something that this Colorado football team has done. 0 turnovers through 2 games. That's the first time in program history they've had 0 turnovers through the first 2 games of a season. Conner Weigman, that is how you pronounce his name.
Wiggy, as they call him.
Wiggy, yeah.
Wiggly whack.
Getting wiggy with it. That's what they're saying.
He hasn't thrown an interception through 2 games, but he also isn't asked to throw the ball a lot, right?
No.
I think he has 45 attempts, 30 completions. Damn near half of them have gone to their tight end, Tanner Koziel, and that's going to be another matchup as well. When this team isn't running the ball with Dean Connors or Conner Weigman, they're dropping back to pass. More times than not, they're going to be looking in Big Tanner Koziel's direction. So that's, I'm sure Robert Livingston has been talking about that a lot, right? Where one of his biggest philosophies is make the opponent play with their left hand, right? Or with their hand tied behind their back, something like that. It'll make them go to their second move. And I don't know if this Houston offense has a second move, you know what I'm saying, if the run game doesn't get going.
Just hit me. Colorado is the first team in college football history to, in the first 3 weeks of the season, play 2 teams whose quarterback and running back share a name. You got Haynes King and Jamal Haynes. You got Conner Weigman and Dean Connors.
That's insane.
Same thing, too. First name of the quarterback, last name of the running back. First team in college football history. Make the graphic.
Yeah, hang the banner.
Hang the banner.
Let's go. Totally. But we'll see on Omarion and Dallin, but it does sound like we're going to get Dallin's debut this week. I think this is where you solidify yourself as a run-first team, as a team that can kind of control the clock, control the game, play that style of football that we just haven't seen the last 2 years. I think that this is a defense that you will be able to run on. I mean, Stephen F. Austin, they had 50-some attempts, and that's all they could do. But they did have some success. So there is an opportunity, to kind of rewrite the narrative this weekend nationally. I mean, again, last weekend's game went completely under the radar in terms of national sense. Like, no one was talking about it.
But they are dying to make Ryan Staub a star. They'll just love that. They will absolutely love it. And so if Ryan Staub goes out there and balls, you're going to hear him being talked about on every platform. I mean, I've heard Ryan Staub's name quite a bit this week. Like, the fact that it's already household, the fact that, like, national shows are mentioning his name at all is pretty wild. But if he goes out there and takes care of business, they are going to prop him up.
I think he will, man. And somebody mentioned in the chat earlier, like with Staub, like they feel like this is a moment that he's been craving, and like he might not be nervous because of it, right? You got to think about this young man's journey. Like, as a true freshman, knowing that Shedeur is the guy for the next 2 years.
Well, it goes before that, actually. I mean, he was committed to the staff that got fired.
That's a hell of a point, right? Committing to a previous staff, having a new staff come in with their quarterback already in tow. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur's head to the league. They bring in not just a transfer quarterback in Caden Salter, but they bring in a 5-star in Julian Lewis. And he was like, all right, bet. Yeah. Say less. I'm going to sit here and compete.
Coach Prime, in his introductory press conference, said, Shedeur, stand up. That's your quarterback.
Yes, literally.
Ryan Staub said, all right.
I ain't gonna lie. If that was me, I would have been like, I'm going hurt. I'm getting right in that portal. But he deserves credit for that. And
totally.
Again,
everything that has happened, I would say 90% of college football players at least would have been like, I gotta go. And like, not a single person would have said a bad thing about him.
No.
Right.
I'm like, he's got to go get his opportunity.
Well, and again, he couldn't even explain why he stayed. He said, I don't know, when he was asked about it last Saturday. It's crazy. It's unique.
He had a dream.
He did.
Hey, Don Juan called them Barack Obama.
No way, bro.
I'm dead.
Oh,
The Staub nicknames are going to get out of hand, man. I love it.
Let's take our first break, and then we'll flip sides of the ball. And then we still got prime players, a lot more to come up to. Shout out to the homies over at Coors Light. You know what's up, man. I just had to get one before the show. It's only right. We're on the road. Right. We're living it up a little bit. Got a little pregame show going. Had to get me a Coors Light for this one. If you're not here in Houston for the game, head on over to the DNVR bar. The Coors Light is going to be flowing. There's going to be tons of Buffs fans there. It's going to be a great time, so head on over there. And then, of course, next week against Wyoming when we're at home. We'll be back, so we'll be enjoying those in the comfort of Folsom Field. Make the most out of the times you choose to chill. Choose Coors Light. Get it delivered straight to your door when you visit CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Beer.
Also, shout out to Monarch Money, man. Monarch Money, the preferred money managing app by financial advisors. I mean, the people whose job is to help you with this stuff. My personal financial advisor was like, have you heard of Monarch? I was like, have you heard of the DNVR Buffs podcast? Because I talk about it all the time. And I'm on it. Allie's on it. And I got to say, like, after the wedding, I was like, geez, I'm going to need to, reimagine my budget here. And Monarch Money has been an incredible way to do so. And sometimes it's eye-opening. Sometimes you just need a little kick in the pants.
Yes, you do.
That's like, bro, stop with the DoorDash. Mm-hmm. Like, you just got to chill. And that's what Monarch Money tells you. And all of us need that at some time. So it's easy to kind of put it out of sight, out of mind, and then you'll regret it later. So shout out to our friends over at Monarch Money for helping us be better in our financial responsibilities. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code DNVR at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code DNVR.
Shout out to everyone in the chat. Hit that like button when you're in here. Go ahead.
You guys remember Robert Ory?
Yeah.
Remember what his nickname was?
The Laker?
Mm-hmm.
Spur as well. Something related to his three-point shooting or no?
Kinda. He was rings? Famous for
big
clutch shot. Big shot Bob.
Right.
Big shot Staub.
Oh, Lord.
He likes to take a big shot down the field.
Hey, take a drink every time you hear a Staub pun on the show.
Big shot Staub is sick.
Somebody said in the chat that we have to stop it with the play on words. We got to stop it.
To the defensive side of the ball we go. This team has had issues with the quarterback run. This is a different type of quarterback. Would you call him a run-first quarterback?
No, I wouldn't.
I don't think I would either.
That's not his pedigree.
What would you call him?
That's
a quarterback. Just a quarterback.
But he's a different kind of player, and it's more scrambles as it is, designed runs.
And I think that's because he doesn't really trust his guys on the outside yet.
I mean, he really only has Tanner Koziel, and then I like Amari Thomas, the other wide receiver.
Nobody else besides Koziel has more than 5 catches this season through 2 games, right? And I just think that's why he says, if I don't see Big 87 open, I'm just going to tuck this and try to get a positive play here. And that's, again, why I mentioned the other day when we were talking about this, especially on obvious passing downs, third down, second and long. Like, I would really consider doubling Koziel because he has really been he's their passing game offensive option in the passing game that they've shown to really trust through 2 weeks. Force them to show you another way to try to beat you. So until they can show that, I would, like I said, make them play with their left hand.
Well, and
they kind of always look like they're playing with their left hand.
Offensively, yeah, dude. I love how when you were watching that Rice game the other day, you were like live, like texting us about it. You're like, what is going on? Like, are they going to score at all?
I was like, 3 drives, 0 points. Right. 4 drives, 0 points. 5 drives, 0 points. 6 drives, still 0 points. And I'm like, then they just accidentally lucked into a touchdown at the end of the half. What is happening here?
No, seriously.
But yeah, I mean, you got to force them, to go away from Koziel, and then they're playing into your hands if you do that with the secondary that the Buffs have, obviously, in the pass rush. So
I just think too, somebody mentioned in the chat, and this made me think Stevie Davey goes, he's got a run game to lean on now. He will be more than fine. Just think about that game in 2023.
Yeah.
0 run game.
I mean,
And offensive
stats.
I don't think Dylan Edwards is running the football quite.
He caught a touchdown tonight.
Sure. I mean, an offensive line that this current offensive line is light years ahead of that 2023 offensive line.
Not even close.
And granted, Stauber did have Travis Hunter to throw to in that game,
and he did.
They took away his touchdowns, though. So.
Yeah, but he did throw at least one to Travis.
For sure.
So Colorado only ran 17 times for 37 yards in that game against Utah. They had nothing. Savion Wilkerson was your leading rusher, 7 times for 32 yards. That's decent in terms of that season.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Crazy times back then.
Jimmy with a 30-yard passing touchdown. Fire.
Yep,
Yeah, it was a little double pass.
Yeah.
Off of a fake screen.
I mean,
Now, that would work if the entire defense wasn't sitting on the screen. If they try to throw a fake screen, that the new quarterback who catches that ball is getting destroyed. If you want to throw a fake screen, it's got to be a pump and go.
It has to be.
but the critics, there have been some critics when it comes to this defense and Robert Livingston, and I think a lot of it starts with the quarterback run, obviously. That's really just been the big problem. Again, this is different, though. I think you're going to see a lot more spying. You saw that against Georgia Tech, and we'll talk about it when we get into prime players, but you're going to need more speed when it comes to that spy, right? Not saying that Reggie couldn't get it done. I mean, when he's moving, but I think you're going to need more athletic players out there kind of patrolling the middle of the field, making sure that Weigman doesn't take off and rip off 20-plus yard gains.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that if you want to go man, which I actually think is the thing to do, based on the stats that you pulled from PFF this week, and what I watched on tape, which is that Conner Weigman does not want to make tough throws.
Doesn't trust those guys.
Yeah, and I don't know if he trusts himself.
Valid.
He just throws it to Koziel because that dude is, just a monster.
Yeah.
But you just got to, like you said, Jake, I just think you leave someone in to kind of spy him. And you can allow that, like, depending on who it is and how much you trust them, you can allow that player to kind of roam a little bit. Like, they don't just have to play spy, but they can have one eye on the quarterback and one eye just kind of manning the middle of the field, try to take away some drags or whatever is going across.
Yep. Half robber, half spy type of thing.
Yep.
I thought this was a cool stat from our guy, ScoBuffs22
Shout out
on
Matt.
Twitter. Shout out Matt H. In 15 games with Robert Livingston as DC, the Buffs have held the opponent scoreless or under 7 points in the second half in 8 of 15 games.
Wow.
More than half of the games are either shutting out opponents in the second half or holding them to a touchdown or less. Half the games Robert Livingston has been defensive coordinator for this football team.
Is that 2 for 2 this year? How many points?
Certainly against Delaware, they shut them out.
Right.
Yep.
And then Tech. What's right here? No, not against Georgia Tech.
no.
Okay.
I think they got 14 in the second half,
Yeah, I
or
think so too.
10 maybe. But that's the recipe. Start fast offensively. Get a couple touchdowns on the board and let your defense take you home in the second half.
Yeah.
That's what this defense has really shown the ability to do. They might start off a little slow, maybe take the Georgia Tech game out of it where they forced 3 first quarter turnovers, but this defense under Robert Livingston has shown the ability to make second half adjustments and come out of the second half a lot better than they came out in the first. And I talked about the 30 points, right? Mm-hmm. Since last season, this Colorado football team is 9-0 when they get to 30 points. That should be priority number one for this offense. If we get to 30 points, we're going to win this football game because I don't think Houston is capable of scoring.
They won't score 30 points this year.
Yeah, I mean, they did it last week, but again, I was aided by the pick six.
Yep. Unless they get turnovers and punt returns and stuff.
Offensively, they will not score 30
I agree.
points.
Yeah. But yeah, you got to jump on them offensively because then I think you really get them to play into your hands on defense,
Yes.
not just when it comes to coverage. But look, this pass rush, only one sack from a pass rusher so far. It's just Keaton Wade. And we only have 2 sacks on the season so far. It's Martavius French. I mean, remember what BJ said last year. They come in bunches. And when we talked to Ryan Monso in the Know Your Enemy video earlier this week, he said that they had the 2 games that they've had 2 different offensive line combinations. And when you watch them on tape, they do struggle up front. Especially, against some of these athletic rushers that CU's going to throw at you. I think you have a real problem on your hands if you get on them early and force them to throw the ball.
Yeah. At the same time, though, you want to be smart about your rushing lanes.
Gotcha.
Because you just don't want to make it easy for Conner Weigman to make a decision about what he's going to do. Make him think about it. Make him take a couple false steps one way or the other before he can just drop back. Oh, you're rushing way outside. That's a wide open lane for me, in the B gap or whatever. So that's big. By the way, someone said, did they talk about the new Staub song?
No way.
Is it by Staub Deep?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I didn't
Staub
see one on
Stone?
Twitter.
Stop. I'm dead.
We'll figure it out.
Send us the link. I got to hear this.
No, same.
But yeah, we'll see on the defense.
2 damn phones.
I got 2 phones.
Just waiting for you to finish. We'll get to prime players, obviously, but yeah, I mean, I just want to see guys on that defensive line. We have a lot of breakout candidates there, right?
Yes.
And we haven't really had a breakout game from the defensive line or any of those guys. Brandon Davis-Swain, Anquan Barnes, Quincy Wiggins, Arden. I mean, the list goes on and on. The talent there is obvious, and it's just – I think this might – again, in many ways, this could be a change the narrative game for Colorado where it's like you have some of the best features of last year in terms of the pass rush and defense, and it's just different on offense to allow you to more play into those hands. So.
By the way, did we ever give a proverbial helmet sticker to Anquan Barnes for chasing down that wide receiver? Did you see that last week? It's like I think it was their biggest play of the day.
Yeah.
Was it wide receiver or running back out of the backfield? I want to say it was a running back out of the backfield.
I think it was.
Like we missed pushing him out of bounds on the sideline.
Yeah.
He kind of tiptoed. He ran all the way down, and then all of a sudden there's Anquan Barnes, 27 yards down the field making the tackle. That was dope.
And that don't happen if you don't undergo the body transformation that he did this offseason by shedding damn near 30-plus pounds this offseason. At the request of Warren Sapp, who told him, hey, listen, if you don't get under 310, you're just not playing for me.
Right.
And that's sometimes the motivation you need for some type of players who, in Anquan Barnes' case, who was probably a highly touted guy out of high school, went to Alabama out of high school, is at a spot now where he didn't play a ton last year, but he's counted on this year. And that's really because he took on the challenge that his coaches, a Pro Football Hall of Famer and Warren Sapp, issued to him. And I just love that.
There's some good ones in the chat.
There are. I just
Don't stop believing. Unbelievable. And then Staubach.
Staubach. How do we not think of that?
I don't know. Staub or Staubach.
RG does not approve of Staubach.
I think it's great.
Real quick, just to go back, Coach Prime said he wants only one quarterback to play. Do you believe that will be the case this weekend?
I'll believe it.
You do?
Yeah. True until proven not true.
What do you think, Scotty?
Coach Prime said ideally. That's right. He said you don't want to be playing musical chairs with the quarterback. And I personally believe that when we're
not a lot of people had fun playing musical chairs last week.
I personally believe that assuming Ryan Staub gets the start and he's the first quarterback we see, I think he's going to play too well to be taken out. That's what I believe.
I mean, that's the ideal path, obviously.
Yeah.
I think it does happen, though. I think that they do, mix it up a little bit. I think that there's a chance Colorado's up pretty big at the end. And what's the point at that point to keep Staub in the game?
In that case, I think Coach Prime would obviously come out and be like, yeah, I wasn't going to say we're going to blow him out and play as quarterbacks.
What do you think the margin has to be for that to happen? 21?
4 scores.
4?
7 years ago.
Yeah, I would say like 28 in the third or 21 in the fourth.
Yeah. Yeah. Last year we did start wiling out when we were up 21 points in the fourth. So.
Well, we had a Heisman to go win.
Yeah, different agenda last year.
But we really even like 17 in the fourth. We were like, yep, we can do whatever we want now. And I was in the stands like, please stop.
All right, let's take our next break.
Don't stop the music.
Please don't stop the music.
Shout out to the squad, our good friends over at Taco Bell, man. I feel like we were reminiscing a little bit last night. We were talking about, shows, movies that we used to watch when we were younger and whatnot, and it just got you reminiscing about the good old days.
Nostalgia.
Man. Nostalgia is a perfect way to say it, man. And sometimes I think about how good life was in those early 2000s, man. Sometimes I really do. But thank God Taco Bell is thinking about that as well, because their decades menu is back. And this time it's focused on that crazy time period I'm talking about right there, the Y2K. With Taco Bell's Decades Y2K menu, you can get 5 faves. You can get the Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Taco, the Caramel Apple Empanada, the Chili Cheese Burrito, 7-layer burrito, or the Double Decker Taco, which, according to my guy RK, is absolutely fire.
It hits. It
all
absolutely hits.
for just $3 or less. And also, don't forget to add on you a little $7 Buffs box. I know y'all familiar with that. 4 Taco Bell classics come with it. A collectible CU player cup featuring Jordan Seaton, Juju, Draylon Miller, Quinn Gibson come with it. And we want to shout out Taco Bell, mostly because every time CU scores a touchdown this season, I think they're going to be a lot tomorrow as well. Taco Bell is going to help support CU Athletics with a $1,000 donation to the Golden Buffalo Scholarship Fund. So shout out to Taco Bell, Skull Buffs, and Live Mas.
Also, shout out to our friends over at Game Time, the place to buy tickets this college football season. We went and stopped by the Houston Stadium earlier, and I'm not going to lie, I was pretty impressed.
I was too. Texas
nice
doesn't mess
stadium.
around when it comes to football.
Facts.
Not at all.
I should have just known. So, yeah, if you plan on coming to the game and maybe you haven't secured your tickets yet, hit them up over at Game Time. They are the best because fees are included. You're going to know your total right up front. They're not going to try and, mess around and tack on an extra processing fee or whatever. They're just going to be up front with you when it comes to getting tickets, not just for college football, the NFL, NBA, MLB is still going on, NHL, all that good stuff. Concerts, events, whatever's going on in your city. You also get the panoramic view from your seat and much more. Take the guesswork out of buying college football tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, use code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply again. Create an account, redeem code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off. Tap ticket, go download the Game Time app today.
Hell yeah.
All right. Are we want to get into prime players right now, or?
Let's do it.
All right. You want to?
Speaking of Houston Stadium.
Yeah.
By the way, we did a little Taco Bell read there. Special shout out to Taco Bell.
Absolutely.
For reasons that you guys will be aware of on Saturday.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Yes. All right. Yeah, like I said, we did go to the stadium. It was pretty cool to check it out. It was hot as hell outside. Good Lord.
Glad that's a night game tomorrow. I'll tell you that much.
Just I don't think the sun will be down. What time is it right now? I mean, it's 6 o'clock. It's not even close. So it'll be hot when you're going in the stadium if you are coming to the game. Now, if you're from Texas, you're like, yeah, duh. But for anyone coming down here, just embrace the fact that you are going to be very sweaty by the time the game starts.
Yep. All right. You ready? All right, here we go. Here's prime players.
You're looking live or recorded at John M. O'Quinn Field here at TDECU Stadium in Houston. As you can tell by the glossy faces we have, it's a cool day here in Houston with a nice icy breeze rolling through the stadium. It's prime players live from the stadium, and I'm going to get us started, boys, with my offensive player of the game. It's kind of the easy pick here. I'm going Sincere Brown. A wise man once said, if Sincere gets one-on-one coverage, it's going up. And I think he's going to get some opportunities in one-on-one coverage out here to go out there. Ryan Staub's going to give him a chance to make those plays, and he's going to make them.
Yeah, same guy, Sincere Brown. I think it's finally a formal breakout party. Obviously over 100 yards last weekend against Delaware. But he's going to do it for the first time in Big 12 play this weekend out here. Ryan Staub's going to feed him. I think they got a matchup nightmare with him too, with the size that he has on the outside as well as the speed. I think they're going to get him open. I think they're going to scheme him more open this time around too. I don't think it's purely going to be Ryan Staub checking routes and making him go downfield on certain plays. I think that they're going to do some things to get him open. Sincere Brown's going to have a big game.
I am going to pick somebody you both mentioned, Ryan Staub. Ryan Staub is my pick for offensive player of the game. I think he comes out with a point to prove. I think he comes out decisive. And I think he's going to have a big day in the Big 12 opener against Houston tomorrow. I can't wait to see his performance.
Go ahead and lead us off with defense then.
Say less, man. I think Tanner Koziel, Houston's tight end, is the key to their passing game. And I think Carter Stoudemire is going to be a big reason why Big Tanner doesn't get off. Big Tanner's 6'8", a big, massive future NFL prospect. But Carter is massive as well. He's got size as well. He's got, I think, the chops to handle Big Tanner. So give me Carter for my defensive player of the game.
I also pick Carter.
Whatever the first person says is just what he
No, that's not what I'm doing. I actually have these written down. I've got proof right here. Same reasons as him, but also I think Carter in the spy game when it comes to Conner Weigman scrambling around. I think you're going to see more safeties dropping into the box kind of in that role and passing that on as opposed to the linebackers being the safeties, the more athletic guys. Remember, Conner Weigman does have speed. He's a different runner than Haynes King. It's more straight line. He's not going to try and put his shoulder down. I think you want the fastest players out there, really kind of patrolling that middle of the field when that happens, and not to mention the Tanner Koziel element as well.
To me, it's all about stopping the run, and I think Martavius French is going to have a big game doing that. Last week looked really explosive, especially in the early goings of the game. I think he's going to come out here, be fired up, and make a lot of plays in the run game, which I think is really the key to the Buffs winning this football game. You can start us with the sleeper.
I'm going to go with Brandon Davis-Swain.
Yes.
Does that count? Are we good?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And it's what Coach Prime said earlier this week, expanded role. I'm beginning to believe more sort of your side of things here that, maybe hand him the football sometimes. I mean, he's a big boy now, but also in the run game. As he said, you're going to have to contain this run game on defense to have a chance to win. I think that the flashes we've seen from him are going to carry over. It's just a matter of time before he has like a monster breakout game, I think. And I think this is a prime candidate for that to happen.
I'm going with my sleeper. I'm going to the receiver. I'm going with JoJo Williams, man. Ryan Staub's first completion against Delaware last Saturday to really get him going was a seam ball, an absolute seed to Joseph Williams. JoJo has been involved through 2 weeks. I think this is going to be the game that he officially breaks out. Give me JoJo for my sleeper.
Let me go with my sleeper first. My sleeper, I was about to pick someone, but then I just got correspondence from Unk. He picked him as his DPOY or DPOG, so I can't take him as a sleeper. That seems unfair. So let me get Simeon Price. I just love the way this kid runs. I had no idea he was as acrobatic as he has been so far, but he's also a tough runner. He's explosive. They're going to have to establish some sort of running game here so they can get guys like Sincere Brown in single coverage on the outside. So I'm going to go with my guy Simeon Price for my sleeper. And I did receive correspondence from our guy Unk. Okay. He's on his way here to Houston right now, probably in a nice, cool spot, unlike us. He's going on offense with Trackhawk.
Nice.
Trackhawk been a very popular pick, and he's really delivered each of the last 2 weeks for anyone who picked him. This was the guy I was going to pick as my sleeper, but he's going down as Unk's defensive player of the game. It's Jeremiah Brown.
Yeah, great pick.
He was so awesome last week. I totally understand why Unk's going here. It's really cool to see JB kind of break out as a Colorado player, because we saw what he could do when he was at Jackson State. Hasn't necessarily settled into a role until maybe last week, and he looked really comfortable playing that inside linebacker position last week, so I'll try and hype up Unk's guy there. And then the last one, this one might surprise you guys. Quanell X Farrakhan
Let's go,
Jr.
my guy.
As the sleeper. And I'm not sure what Unk would say about this, other than, he was maybe a slightly lower pass away from going to the crib last week.
Yeah.
But Coach Prime mentioned something when talking about returners. He said, Q is really electric back there, and you haven't even seen Quanell yet. Yeah. Makes me think that maybe Quanell's going to get an opportunity to return a punt. And here in Houston, where he is from, we're not far away from where he had 4 return touchdowns in one game. 3 punt return touchdowns, 1 kick return touchdown. Not far from where we're standing right now. So great pick by Unk. Looking forward to seeing what the boys are going to do out here on this field.
One more. Cam Michael, I think, could be interesting in this game, especially with the gray jersey, the defensive back factor. Talking about the speed on the field with Conner Weigman, I'd be very interested to see if he gets in the football game and can make an impact.
Well, now we're doing honorable mentions. We haven't gotten kicked out yet, which we actually thought we would. So keep it rolling, Scotty. You got an honorable mention?
I don't have an honorable mention, but I do have something I want to say. We might be running out of opportunities to pick Trackhawk for offensive player of the game.
He's getting there.
He is getting to that conversation, and I kind of thought he would be, right? I compared him preseason. I think he could have a LeJonte Wester type of impact on this team in terms of his week-to-week consistency and production. 2 touchdowns through 2 weeks, and we had to do that for LeJonte at some point last year as well, where it's like, all right, he's just in the Shador and Travis category of consistency. So we might be running out of weeks to pick Trackhawk, but I'm expecting another big game from number 20.
I'll throw in an honorable mention, and that's Draylon Miller. I think as the staff goes through the film from the first 2 weeks, they'll be saying to themselves, we got to get 6, maybe future 1, the ball more. I think they're going to find more creative ways than just bubble screens to get him the ball in this game and allow him to go do his thing.
Give me one more sleeper.
Okay.
Zach Atkins. I think he finds the box against Houston on Friday.
Let's go.
It'll be a big game. See you then.
All right. Some interesting picks from Unk.
Yeah.
JB, of course, but man, Quanell coming
pick.
home for the homecoming. I didn't even think of that one, bro.
Yeah, we're about 20 minutes from his high school, North Shore High School, where he did
dominated.
some ridiculous things at the high school level and got some opportunities last week. I think he would have a rep back in that game if he could. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, this coaching staff clearly isn't, turning their back on him after, maybe one less than ideal rep. I mean, I'm excited to see what Quanell does. I think there were some good picks all around. Make sure y'all hit us in the chat, man. Let us know who picks y'all are rocking with the most, man.
Yeah, give us your 3.
I picked JoJo from my dark horse, and I feel like 150 times better about that pick right now, even than I did before. After seeing the chain that my boy rolled into Houston with, boy. I mean, that big old J, the 8 ball for the O. JoJo might spaz tomorrow, man, and I can't wait to see it.
He's got the throwback, too.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's another area where you feel really good about Ryan Staub giving him the opportunity to make plays.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
And I think that was one of the things that probably stood out to the coaching staff on the film. Is just like, man, we have Sincere Brown out there. We hadn't seen him snap one off like that, and then Staub gets out there 4 plays later. He's off to the races, and then 4 plays after that, he's off to the races again. And JoJo made a great catch from Staub as well.
Yes,
we asked the players who's the freakiest player on the team. When I say we, I mean Scott. And of course, he was talking about freakish athleticism.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of guys said JoJo Williams, and
popular answer.
When we watched his tape for the first time, we were just like, this guy's mossing everybody.
Yeah.
Like, go give him an opportunity to do that.
And I feel like we still haven't even seen that through 2 games, right?
No.
That true, like, one-on-one
ability,
contested ability. And I think Staub is going to give these boys opportunities to go and get it. I think Houston's going to play quite a bit of man.
Yeah.
Because I think that's part of their DNA. Their corners are solid. Like, their secondary is solid, despite losing, arguably their best 2 players on the team from that secondary to LSU, and I believe Miami was the other one. But that secondary is nice for Houston, but they ain't on the level of Sincere Brown and JoJo and Draylon Miller, and the list goes on and on. Yep. And I think Staub knows that, and Staub's going to give them opportunities to shine.
Well, remember when J. Phil and JoJo were on the podium just before the season? They both said that Joseph is here to make big plays happen.
Yeah, that was the first thing J. Phil said about him.
Yeah, and we had the one last week, of course, but there's just so much more that they can tap into when it comes to big plays, explosive plays from this wide receiver core. I'm interested to see who exactly it is that Ryan Staub kind of, what he says with his arm to say that this is my guy type of thing. Is it Sincere? Is it JoJo? Obviously, Omarian's questionable now. We'll see. I don't think we're going to see him tomorrow, but they still have plenty of firepower. And you mentioned Draylon, too. Like, there's so many options out there.
And we're in Draylon's, home state as well.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it's a lot of these folks from Texas, right? Totally, and Coach Prime talked about it, too, this week, where he was like, this is a big for recruiting, right? They obviously recruit the state of Texas quite a bit, the Houston area as well. There's a lot of these guys who are, quote-unquote, coming home this week for the Big 12 opener. And I'm expecting a lot of those guys to show out on their home stomping grounds.
Yep. One thing I want to see from Staub is carrying out his fakes, like really acting, like some Staubert Downey Jr. stuff.
Not your best, bro. Not your best. Not your best.
That was an RG one for sure.
I hope my mic's picked up RG just going, ugh.
Once again, in the comments, it is not confirmed, but we think that Ryan Staub will be the starting quarterback and will play most of, if not the entire game tomorrow. So.
Yeah. Mentioned Zach Atkins is a sleeper that we threw up at the end there. I think Zach, after being involved a little bit in week 1, I think he had a couple catches. Maybe they were kind of like back-to-back in kind of rapid succession. Wasn't really involved last week, but I think this is a situation where he can get involved. And like I said, we didn't see Staub and Zach connect last week.
Right.
I don't even know if they were on the field together a ton last week, but I'm expecting Zach to get back on track and show why we were so excited about him this offseason and even coming out of week 1. Yeah. Another name or two I want to throw out is like a sleeper. And I think I can mention them together because they're both my guys.
Okay. I know exactly where you're going. Go ahead.
London Merritt and Alexander McPherson. London Merritt last week got extended action from week 1. I don't think he even really played much at all in week 1, aside from maybe 2 snaps. 4 pressures on like 12 snaps last week. Alexander McPherson blocked the kick last week, and then Domata Pekka, who was on the podium yesterday, said that McPherson has had a hell of a week this week at practice, and he said he looks like somebody who's ready to go. So
he looked like a fifth-year senior.
Yeah.
Like size-wise out there. I was shook by that.
Yep. And he's an experienced guy just from, like, not literally, but I've talked about, like, he's such a technician. He's so technically sound and polished for such a young guy. And it's partly because of the IMG background, but partly because of just the work he puts in, away from the facility on his own and whatnot. So either of those guys, whether it be London or Alex, maybe even both, I think they can make a splash play on Friday as well.
I mentioned his name. I'm just very interested to see if we see Cam Michael out there at all. Clearly the hand isn't 100% yet. I think he still has a cast on it. But they're trying to get him on the field. Clearly, like, they put a gray jersey on. They just want that speed on the field. So I'm very interested to see that. A guy we haven't talked about very much today at all, DeKalen Taylor, though, too. They keep talking about, his role and just getting the ball more. And obviously we did see a lot more of that last week. He played a lot more in terms of his snap count from week 2 to week 1. But he is someone that, we're going to see it for a whole game this time.
Yeah.
And we're going to see just how much he is going to carry this offense or be, the primary read or just what the play's drawn up for.
Yeah. I'm excited to watch Makari Vickers out there, too.
Yeah,
I was going to say, so
sure.
I mentioned him there. I was going to go there as well.
Yeah. That was an impressive little debut.
Hell yeah.
Kind of out of nowhere. Like,
for sure.
No one was expecting it. All of a sudden, he's out there. All of a sudden, he's making plays.
He was out there, like, first quarter. Like, I think Delaware's first third down, he was out there.
Yeah.
Which is
And
impressive.
Coach Prime, minced no words. When he was talking about Makari Vickers, he said he's coming to take people's jobs.
Yep.
He's going out there to play. He didn't come here for any other reason.
Oh, God.
And I just love a person with the nickname Seatbelt. Like, I just feel confident in him.
Some updated injury stuff. The Big 12 did update the injury report last night. Jaheim Otis is doubtful now. Omari Miller questionable.
Was Jaheim Otis on the original?
I don't think so.
It's interesting.
I don't know if we can go back. Oh, yeah, we can.
I don't think he was even on the original report.
What is this?
I can find the first one for you.
Jaheim Otis, he went from available to doubtful, yeah.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's interesting. Hope he's okay. Also, I could have sworn when they announced this, they said there was only going to be 2 designations. Like doubtful and probable.
That's just for basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they have questionable, all that stuff for football.
There's like sore, not feeling the best.
Sore would be crazy.
Had a
That
bad
would be
week.
wild. I do think we see more answers in this secondary, though. Tayon Parks is out. R.J. Johnson played pretty well. And, as you talked about Makari there, he's, fighting to get on the field. I just think that we're entering this time of year where the lineup's becoming more concrete, right?
Yeah.
Position battles are still kind of ongoing at this point. And this being the first conference game, I don't think you see that much rotation, not even close to last week, obviously, but I think what do we call it during the TCU game when they didn't play that many players? It was like they're just go-to lineup.
Playoff rotation.
Yeah, playoff rotation. Mm-hmm. You're going to start to refine that and start to see that a lot more, I think, starting in this game too.
Speaking of TCU, last year we never got the famed TCU whites.
Oh my God! I think we get them. Yes.
Also known as the Stormtroopers, or whatever you want to call them. Tomorrow,
just wear it with the white gold helmets, please.
White gold face mask.
Yes.
That would be tough. Also, Staub's first game, like I just, how uniforms will like take on a player.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So like, I hope they don't wear this combo, but they went black, white, gold, and so those are just the Staubs to me now.
Staubs.
And I wouldn't be shocked if they rolled out the Staubs.
On the other side of this injury report, Houston running back Jamarian Burnett has been ruled out, and he's like their third leading rusher in terms of their running backs. He had like a 39-yard touchdown in either week 1 or week 2. I think he's got 10 carries on the season. So they're down somebody they were counting on in that running back room behind Dean Connors. So that's just another thing to keep an eye on.
Those top 2 guys are really good, though.
Yeah, they are. Connors and Sneed. Stacy Sneed, what a name.
Yeah.
What a name.
Snead.
Yeah.
Just
For sure.
Football player name.
football name.
Hell yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, what do we think about Houston? I know we talked about it a little bit. We got a little bit of ratings out there. Do we tell the people what's going on tonight?
Sure. We're gonna go hang out with our guy, King Motivator.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Who got us started at the top of the show in impeccable fashion.
Yes. I can't wait to see the spot.
Same, man.
We've heard a lot of things about it.
Yes,
No, for sure. Yeah, like my sister stay out here in Houston, and this is a spot she frequents a decent amount. She's been there. She popped in and out of there a few times, so I'm excited to bring the whole squad through. I'm sure y'all will fit right in.
Sure we will too. Good vibes.
Oh, God.
In other Buffs news, an interesting offer went out last night. The Buffs offered 5-star quarterback Kingston Preer from Benjamin Russell High School in Alabama, which is where
Sedarian Morgan.
Sedarian Morgan goes to school. And
He's got a sophomore quarterback throwing it up to him.
I guess so. He's a
Interesting,
5-star already for 2028.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Nickname King.
Yes.
I like
Oh my
that.
God.
But yeah,
Motivator.
the Colorado staff they're still going after Sedarian Morgan. And as you said last night when we were talking about this, Alabama not looking great right now. Kalen DeBoer not looking like the head coach of the future. Maybe not even the head coach for next year.
You imagine if
They were calling into Alabama radio shows when the Powerball was at like 1.7 billion, and they're like, first thing I'd do if I won is go down there and buy him out. Kalen DeBoer.
That's crazy.
Hey, what are the odds they lose to Wisconsin this weekend?
Really, really low.
Yeah. Isn't it in Wisconsin?
Danny
though?
O'Neal.
I think so. It's what I'm
Getting
saying.
the
Yeah, with the
start.
backup.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Danny O'Neal getting the start for Wisconsin. Wisconsin fans don't even think we're going to win. You never know in college football, though. That might mean they're going to win.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I just need to see some stability this weekend.
Oh my
Like
god.
that's really all I'm looking forward to.
You might get some stability at the quarterback position if he balls out.
Yeah, true. I think you will. I think you will.
Sheesh.
I think you will.
Please.
Who said that in here?
That was Hell to Joy. Shout out to Hell to Joy.
They said
Oh,
that's
here we go.
crazy. So someone else went. No, it was JT
Oh,
originally. Bring stability.
Shout out JT.
So actually, 5 minutes ago, our guy Gucci just posted a picture of Andre Roy Jr.'s locker, and it is the Stormtroopers with just the white black face mask.
Hell yeah.
The OGs.
The OGs, yeah.
I just had a feeling. That's why I brought it up. Just had a feeling.
All white.
Yep,
Just
all
so
whites.
clean, dog. Let's go.
And it's not
Senses.
it's not the gold whites. It's the traditional.
Oh, so those aren't the TCU
no,
whites.
they are not the TC whites.
So those
It's
uniforms won't be yelling, throw it to Travis.
What a classic video.
That's honestly the best video of the Primera.
Oh, there's so many though.
That's the
There are
best
really
one.
too many.
The cadence of it all is just so perfect.
Who said it? Who said it?
Throw it at 12. Throw it at Travis. Throw it at Hunter.
Oh, what a legend.
Who said it? Who said it? Guy flips him off.
Yes. I can just like reenact the whole video in my mind. I've seen it so many times.
It's literally one of my favorite. Like that, that annoying ass account called like Greatest Football Moments or
Yes.
whatever.
They just
They should-
repost the same
yes.
stuff.
They should be posting that one every week.
Yeah,
No,
no
for
joke.
real.
No joke. Yeah, next time we're on the road, that is the game.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What is?
TCU?
Oh yeah.
We go home for 2 weeks after this, and then we got TCU on the road back in Texas.
Yep. Wow. Speaking of, that just re-jog memory. Shout out to our guy DeFeo Boutique,
Yes, absolutely.
who is bringing us to the game tomorrow. Me, RC, and Dion, who's coming home.
Shout out
He's from
Dion.
Houston.
Squad.
So we're going to the game with him, and then a shout out to Erica, who already hit me up and said like, all right, we dibs you guys for TCU. So
Nice.
yes.
Hell yeah.
Legends, man.
I'm excited.
We really got some cool people.
Our fan
the
base
best.
is unreal.
We really do, dude.
Yeah.
It's all. It's
And like,
awesome.
I love this little like thing that's starting right now, because then you like actually get to spend time with people and talk to them
Yeah,
and get
for
to
sure.
know them, and like it's the best. I love that's one of my favorite parts. I've said it a million times of the Coach Primera is just
Hell yeah.
all the new people we've gotten to meet.
Totally, man. You want this?
Yeah.
Stobble up.
Thanks, though.
Stobble up.
Anything else? Oh my
Stubble
god.
up.
Anything else before we head on over to Super Chats?
People need some score predictions from us.
Let's do it. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I think Houston sucks.
Okay.
Now,
Let the record show I've been saying that all offseason.
yeah. I think their defense is good, which is going to make things a little bit tough on us offensively. It's funny because I was already thinking this, and then our guy Jack texted us today and said first to 20 wins. And I thought in my mind, there's no way they're getting to 20. Yeah. But we can. So I've got 20-10 Colorado.
Wow, you're taking the under then.
Yeah, no, I really think this is going to be a bit of a
Ball control.
offensive struggle.
Okay.
And I think that's okay.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to result in a lot of discourse. But this Houston defense is for real.
Yes,
they just don't
well-coached
have
team,
anything
too.
to help them on the other side.
I like this Houston defense. I don't know if they're for real. They haven't played nobody.
You're right.
course.
You know what I'm saying?
Just the way they fly around.
Sure.
That's what they did last year, too.
And I'm not judging it solely on their competition they played through 2 weeks. It's just that I don't know. I liked what I've seen. I think their defense is talented. And they're going to give some teams in the Big 12 some issues this year. I just don't think it's going to be Friday. I think this Colorado offense at some points on Friday is going to look unstoppable. So and I think Ryan Staub has a big game.
You got to give these people credit, bro.
I do.
Wait, that was mine. I said that before the show.
Shout out April, man. Shout out everybody else who said that. I saw
said
that one a couple
unstoppable?
times.
Yes.
I
When we were talking about the thumbnail.
That would have been great. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Damn.
Sorry.
I don't think you said it, bro. I think you just said it in
I
your
did
head.
say it. She heard it.
Alyssa? Did Jake?
She not confirming that. But I got the same margin, though. I got Colorado winning 30-20.
Interesting.
Yep.
That. Okay.
That would piss you off?
No.
Oh, what?
No, it's good vibes only if we win tomorrow.
Facts.
So you have 10 points. What did you just say again?
10,
20.
30-20.
Well, then I was the highest on Houston, and I have the biggest margin. I'm going 31-17. Colorado.
I like it. I like it.
We shall see.
I cannot believe we're 4 to 6 point underdogs in this game.
Well, Bet365 at least heard us. If you didn't listen to me on, technically yesterday, but we did that show on Wednesday. The money line was
We did that show on Tuesday.
Was it 5.5 when we did it on the show?
It was 5.5.
Yeah,
and
that's
Colorado
crazy.
was plus 175 on the money line. They're plus 155 now. So if you didn't take that,
I might have personally moved that a little.
I may have contributed as well.
Hey, shout out Jack in the chat, too.
Shout out to our boy Jack.
The homie.
Alrighty, guys, let's get to super chats.
Chatski.
Stop in the name of love.
All right. Clay with the super chat. Yo, Scotty, you mentioned Trill Burger in Houston. That's owned by Bun B, half of the legendary rap group UGK with Pimp C.
Yes,
They
it
were
is.
on Big Pimpin' with Jay-Z. If you don't know UGK, you'll be getting a call from Uncle Neely. Thank you, Clay.
Now, didn't I explain that to you
Yes, you
yesterday?
did.
I
Yes, you
explained to
did.
Jake the
Yes,
whole
you did.
lineage, so we already know what's up. Shout out to you, though.
By the way, I've just been like ruminating on that burger since yesterday.
You got to reenact it if you can on a Black Snow, bro, at the crib.
I'm gonna try it.
You
All
getting
I'm
another
saying
one?
is, I think that it's at very least top 3 burger for me.
You getting another one at the stadium
time.
tomorrow?
Yes, for sure.
Trill Burger
I
is
might-
at the stadium.
Take a trip down at halftime to go get one.
That was an unbelievable burger.
It was fire, dude.
And shout out for everyone who put us on, but also for Coach Prime for bringing them out before the season opener last year. It was actually.
Yeah.
Next, Debbie, question: what is a good time for pre-game tailgates?
Good time?
I think they're just really asking what's going on tomorrow.
Well, we're going to the Buffs Bash, so if you go and look it up, I can maybe even tweet this out where we're going.
Okay.
But you can register. You can pre-register for it, so when you get there, you just say what you're up to. It's the official tailgate of like the Alumni Association. It's always a good time. Always a good time, and it's an easy place for us to go meet up and hang out for a little bit, have a couple drinks before we go into the game. So looking forward to that. And then if you're talking about home games, I would say at least 2 hours before the game.
And if you are in Colorado this weekend, pull up to the DNVR bar to watch the Colorado versus Houston game. There's a giveaway, right? One lucky fan will win tickets to the Colorado Arizona State.
Yeah.
2 tickets, I believe, right?
Shout out to our friends at Coors Light.
Shout out to the squad over at Coors Light for providing that. So, if you're not out here in Houston, if you're in Colorado and want a fire, dope place to watch a Colorado-Houston game, pull up to the DNVR bar. You might just win yourself some tickets to the Buffs Sun Devils game later this year.
And we should almost bring back that video of the DNVR bar at the end of the TCU game. It's one of my favorite videos of all time.
Me too, bro.
Slush makes the play on the sideline. The entire place loses their fucking minds, bro. There's no other bar in Colorado where you're going to get a vibe like that.
Thanks.
And Derek White was there.
Yep.
Squad.
Wow, I've got a lot of bar reactions.
You too. You thought you was just going to
I
pull up the first one.
Yeah. Of course, Twitter search doesn't work. All right.
Damn. Mr. Hillsman's out here just throwing out gift memberships to the supporters
Let's go.
club.
Hell yeah, Mr. Hillsman.
Mr.
I
Hillsman,
love
here
that.
go. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Hey, so
8,
shout
9.
out to Bezo, Crash Out or Cash Out, Ken Hart, April, Jermaine. Shout out. These are some OGs in here. Hell yeah. Let's go, man.
Mr. Hillsman, what a goat.
Squad.
He gifted 10 supporters club memberships.
That's so fire.
Hell
That
yeah,
is
man.
epic.
Thank you.
Shout out Hillsman.
We had one more, I thought.
All those new people who are now members of the supporters club, throw up a SCO
Or the wrist.
or your wrist or a Peggy
Or Peggy. Facts.
or our podcast logo like I just did.
Or just a dub, right? There's a dub in there.
There also is a gold dub. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Maybe they have to put it in for tomorrow.
Man, shout out Mr. Hillsman, man. That's awesome.
What a guy.
Hell to Joy with the question, anybody know what's going on with Byard and is Preston Hodge okay? Okay, Tawfiq, I don't know.
What's he listed as on the...
He's not listed.
So then he's fine.
Yep.
I mean, listen. Ben Finnissett is a starter.
He is.
He's played well.
Yep.
I really like Tawfiq, and I think Tawfiq is going to still play a lot this season.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, he's a sophomore on the field, Tawfiq is.
Yes, he is.
Right? Ben is a senior. And not that that's the reason that Ben's on the field and Tawfiq isn't, but Ben has been here in the system under Livingston the last couple of years, and most importantly, he's just played well through 2 weeks. He's played well enough to keep his starting spot, so I think that's all that is. And Preston had a bit of a tough week last week.
He did not play well, no.
So, and Coach Ryan said it too, right after the game. He was like, obviously, Preston didn't play his best game, and I think that's good reason to believe that Preston is going to play a good game tomorrow, because that's the type of player he is.
He is, yeah.
Yep. Mr. Hillsman said, y'all in my city, I had to show some extra love.
Hell yeah.
I love
yeah,
it.
man.
Also, hit us up if you want to meet up tonight.
Totally, man. For sure. Anything else, Alyssa?
A couple people asked about the bus. We talked about this,
Yeah.
I don't know, a couple weeks ago on the show. It just didn't work out for a couple of reasons that weren't necessarily in our control this year. So it's a bummer, but it is what it is. We move.
We move. We'll miss it, but hey, we still here.
Yep. And who knows? Maybe next year.
Yeah,
We'll always come back. It was a lot of fun.
it was.
It was.
I'll miss especially the vibes.
Bro.
After a dub, we all just pile our asses into the bus and just start reminiscing on how fire that was.
Facts.
Drinking some beers. Then we finish this. And honestly, the best is after the show. Like
Yes,
we put
yes.
on the show, we'd have a good
Yeah.
time with it. And it's just like, all right, we got 6 more hours of driving, but there's college football on.
Yeah.
Like, let's all just lay back and enjoy it.
Vibe. God, man.
That I wish I could bottle and sell that vibe right there.
Yeah.
Swear.
Yeah. The way that I just felt, man, just so happy in those moments. Jeez. We'll bring up the bar video when we get to TCU. Don't worry, I'll find it. Anything else in the chat?
Trav says this game is going to be a stubborn knocker.
Staub on my.
Oh my gosh. Like corn on the cob.
Check in with me.
And do your job.
Rev BJ Nelson says, Houston, this is soul food to go eat. I mean, we stopped at Truth Barbecue.
Yep.
Awesome. I've got
Fire.
half of a sandwich left that I'm excited about. But
Your sandwich was so much better than mine. I had such order envy.
Bro,
Mine was still good.
I didn't even see that on the menu, bro.
Yeah, it was like tucked down
Yeah,
on the
it was.
bottom.
It looked
I didn't
fire.
see
I honestly almost got a smash burger from there, and then I saw that, and I was like,
True.
ooh.
Yeah, you know their smash burger is probably fire.
I know.
You
Yeah.
know it.
Someone had to make up for Unk not being here by giving us a good pause moment there.
But also on the Buffs Bash too, that's always been awesome too. That's always been like a nice like connecting like location for us with a lot of the fans who come out.
It was fun last year.
Yes, it was. We went there for the Alamo Bowl.
Yeah.
I can't remember other times that we've been. I feel like it's mostly basketball games we've gone to that. At least in Pac-12 Vegas stuff. I don't know if that's still the Buffs Bash, but
Yeah, it is.
so sign up if you're out here. Anything else, boys?
Let's go have a night.
Let's do it. Chat, we appreciate y'all. Hit the like button. You know where to find us tomorrow. Right after the game, we'll be live here on this YouTube channel from the stadium.
Yeah.
Doing the post-game show.
Real media shit.
Yep. See y'all then. Let's go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.